Hello everyone, I am Ganesh with my friends Abdul and Harish here before you to explain about knowledge of data types and execution of program in Python. Accepting input from console. User enters the values in the console and that value is then used in the program as it was required. Here is an example right before you. To take input from the user, we make use of a built-in function input parenthesis. We can also get multiple input from the user and calculate them in any ways. Take a look on the examples for a better understanding. The output will be the sum of two numbers. Assignment statements in Python. We use Python assignment statements to assign objects to names. The target of an assignment statement is written on the left side of the equal sign, and the object on the right can be an arbitrary expression that computes an object. There are some important properties of assignment in Python. Assignment creates object references instead of copying the objects. Python creates a variable name the first time when they are assigned a value. Names must be assigned before being referenced. There are some operations that perform assignments implicitly. Assignment statements forms: basic form, tuple assignment, list assignment, sequence assignment, extended sequence unpacking, multiple target assignments, and augmented assignments.
Now let's see about the operations and expressions. In Python, operators are special symbols that designate that some sort of computation should be performed. The values that an operator acts on are called as operands. Here is an example. In this case, the plus operator adds the operands a and b together. An operand can be either a literal value or a variable that references an object. The combination of values, variables, operators, and function calls is termed as an expression. The Python interpreter can evaluate a valid expression. For example, 5 minus 7 gives an output of minus 2. Here 5 minus 7 is an expression. There can be more than one operator in an expression. To evaluate these type of expression, there is a rule of precedence in Python. It guides the order in which these operations are carried out. For example, multiplication has higher precedence than subtraction, which means in an expression, if there is both subtraction and multiplication, the operation of multiplication is performed first and subtraction next. Now here is an example. But we can change this order using parenthesis, as it has higher precedence than multiplication. Now here is an example using parenthesis.
Syntax errors. Syntax errors are produced by Python when it is translating the source code into bytecode. They usually indicate that there is something wrong with the syntax of the program. Example, omitting the colon at the end of a def statement yields the somewhat redundant message syntax error. Invalid syntax. Runtime errors. Runtime errors are produced by the runtime system if something goes wrong while the program is running. Most runtime error messages include information about where the error occurred and what functions were executing. Example, an infinite recursion eventually causes a runtime error of maximum recursion depth exceeded. Logical errors. Logical errors occurs when the program runs without crashing, but produces an incorrect result. The error is caused by a mistake in the program's logic. You won't get an error message because no syntax or runtime error has occurred.